They tried to destroy me at my sister's birthday party. My mother-in-law walked up in front of 50 people and served me divorce papers. She thought I'd cry, thought I'd beg, thought I'd break. I looked at the papers, looked at my wife standing behind her mother with that smug smile. And I did something they never expected. I asked for a pen. My mother-in-law actually laughed, handed me one. I signed every page, right there, in 20 seconds. Didn't read them, didn't hesitate, just signed, and said, "Anything else?" The room was dead silent. My wife's smile faded. Her mother's confident look turned uncertain. And that's when I walked away. What they didn't realize in that moment, what they wouldn't find out until the next morning, was that those divorce papers weren't just ending our marriage. They were ending everything they had. And I knew exactly what was coming. Hello, friends. Thanks for joining us at True Experience. If this story resonates with you, please hit that like button and subscribe to stay connected with more real-life tales of betrayal and justice. Drop a comment below telling us where you're watching from. We love hearing from our community across the USA, Canada, and around the world. Quick note, this story contains themes of family conflict and financial consequences. The events described reflect one person's experience. Now, let me tell you what happened. My name is Andrew. I'm 62 now. The birthday party was 3 years ago, but the story really starts 30 years before that, in 1992. I met Jennifer at a community fundraiser. She was 24. I was 29. She had this way of listening that made you feel heard. We got married 8 months later. Small ceremony. Her mother, Patricia, sat in the front row with her arms crossed the entire time. I should have noticed that. Jennifer and I bought a modest house in the suburbs. I worked in commercial property management. Not exciting work, but steady. I handled apartment complexes, small office buildings, maintenance contracts. Jennifer worked part-time at a dental office. We were comfortable. Her mother lived 20 minutes away in a large house her late husband had left her. Every Sunday, we'd drive over for dinner. Patricia would comment on everything. The way Jennifer dressed, how I held my fork, why we hadn't given her grandchildren yet. Jennifer would laugh it off, tell me her mother meant well. By 1998, we still didn't have children. We'd tried, seen doctors. The issue was on my side. Low count, poor motility. The doctor said it wasn't impossible, just unlikely. Jennifer cried for 3 days when we got the news. Patricia suggested Jennifer leave me. Said it right in front of me at Sunday dinner. Jennifer told her to stop. But I saw something shift in her face that day. Years passed. Jennifer stopped talking about children. Started spending more time at her mother's house. I'd come home from work, and she'd be gone. No note. No call. Just gone. When she came back, she'd smell like Patricia's perfume and expensive wine. In 2005, Patricia's house needed major repairs. Foundation issues. Electrical updates. She didn't want to spend her money on it. Jennifer suggested we take out a home equity loan on our house to pay for it. I said no. We argued for weeks. Finally, I agreed to a smaller loan. $20,000. Patricia never thanked me. Just complained that we should have given more. The loan became a pattern. Every few years, something. Patricia's car needed replacing. Her roof leaked. Her furnace died. Each time, Jennifer would ask. Each time, I'd eventually say yes. By 2015, we borrowed nearly $90,000 against our house. Our equity was almost gone. I started keeping better records. Not because I suspected anything specific, just because the numbers bothered me. I made spreadsheets. Tracked every dollar we'd given to Patricia. Every loan payment. Every time Jennifer withdrew cash and came back from her mother's house empty-handed. Jennifer's attitude changed around that time. She stopped asking how my day was. Stopped cooking the meals I liked. Started making comments about my age. My thinning hair. The way I dressed. Always with Patricia nearby, both of them laughing. In 2018, my sister Clara was diagnosed with breast cancer. She lived 2 states away, but we were close. I flew out to help her through surgery and recovery. Jennifer didn't come. Said she needed to stay home to help Patricia with some project. When I came back after 2 weeks, Jennifer had redecorated our bedroom. Gotten rid of my grandfather's dresser. Donated my old books. She said she was making space for positive energy. I didn't argue. Just moved my remaining things to the guest room. Told her I snored too much anyway. She seemed relieved. Clara recovered. Took her 3 years, but she beat it. During that time, she and I talked on the phone every week. She knew something was wrong in my marriage. Never pushed, just listened. Told me I always had a place with her if I needed it. By 2021, Jennifer barely spoke to me. We were roommates. She had her space. I had mine. But we kept up appearances at family events. Smiled for photos. Said the right things. Her mother would watch me at these gatherings with this satisfied look. Like she'd won something. I contacted a lawyer that year. Quiet consultation. Laid out my situation. Showed him my records. The loans. The money trail. He asked if I owned anything separately from my wife. I told him about my rental properties. For small units I'd bought before the marriage with money my father left me. Kept in my name alone. Never commingled the funds. The lawyer nodded. Said that was smart. Said a lot of other things too. I listened carefully. In early 2022, Clara went into remission officially. 5-year mark. We planned a birthday party for her 60th. Big celebration. Rented a hall. Invited everyone. Jennifer said she'd come. Patricia invited herself. The party was on a Saturday in March. 50 people there. Friends, family, neighbors. Clara was radiant. Kept hugging everyone. Jennifer arrived with Patricia. They stayed in the corner, drinking wine, whispering. I was talking with Clara's husband when Patricia walked over. She was holding a manila envelope. Jennifer stood behind her, phone out, recording. Patricia's voice cut through the room. Andrew, you need to see these. People stopped talking. Turned to look. She handed me the envelope. I opened it. Divorce papers. Filled out completely. Jennifer's signature already on them. All I needed to do was sign. The room went silent. Someone's fork clinked against a plate. Patricia smiled. That same satisfied smile I'd seen for years. You've been a burden long enough. Jennifer deserves better. We're taking what's ours. I looked at Jennifer. She was smiling. Really smiling. The first genuine smile I'd seen from her in years. I asked for a pen. Patricia laughed. Actually laughed. Pulled one from her purse like she'd been waiting for this. Handed it to me with a flourish. I signed every page. Didn't read them. Didn't need to. I'd already reviewed these exact papers with my lawyer 2 weeks earlier. Jennifer had used a template from a legal website. Filled it in herself. Thought she was being clever. 20 seconds. That's all it took. I stacked the pages neatly. Handed them back to Patricia. Anything else? Nobody spoke. Patricia looked confused. Jennifer's smile faded. The phone in her hand was still recording, but she'd lowered it. I turned to Clara. Apologized for the disruption. Hugged her. Told her I loved her. Then I walked out. Drove home. Packed a bag. Took my important documents from the safe Jennifer didn't know I'd installed in the garage. Left my key on the kitchen counter. Drove to a hotel. Monday morning, Jennifer called my phone 37 times. Patricia called 16 times. I didn't answer. My lawyer did all the talking. See, those divorce papers Jennifer prepared had some interesting provisions. She'd listed our marital home as joint property to be sold and divided. Listed our joint bank account. Listed my retirement fund. But she'd been sloppy. She'd also listed my rental properties. The ones I owned before marriage. The ones that were legally mine alone. By claiming them in the divorce filing, she'd opened them up to discovery. My lawyer filed a motion that same Monday morning. Requested full financial accounting of all marital assets and debts. Requested documentation of where every dollar had gone during our marriage. Jennifer and Patricia hired a lawyer by Tuesday. He called my lawyer Wednesday. Asked if we could settle quickly. Keep it simple. My lawyer said no. We wanted full discovery. It took 6 months. Bank statements. Credit card records. Loan documents. Every check Jennifer had written. Every transfer. Every cash withdrawal. My spreadsheets matched everything. The court could see exactly where the money had gone. $90,000 in home equity loans. All of it to Patricia. None of it repaid. The judge asked Jennifer's lawyer to explain. He couldn't. Patricia wasn't a dependent. Wasn't disabled. Wasn't entitled to marital funds. The judge asked about my rental properties. My lawyer showed the deed dates. All purchased 1989 to 1991. All with inherited funds, clearly documented. Jennifer's claim to them was denied. Then came the house. Our marital home. Worth about $300,000. We owed $240,000 on it between the original mortgage and the equity loans. Jennifer wanted it sold, proceeds split. My lawyer pointed out that without those equity loans, we'd have had nearly $150,000 in equity. With them, we had $60,000. The judge ruled that the equity loans constituted financial waste of marital assets. Ordered that the house be sold, and after the mortgage was paid, Jennifer would receive only $30,000. I'd receive the other $30,000. But here was the detail that mattered. I was also awarded a judgment against her for $45,000, representing half of the wasted marital equity. She owed me more than she'd receive. Net result, she got nothing. I got my $30,000 plus a judgment I could collect on for years. Jennifer tried to negotiate, asked if we could just call it even. My lawyer said no. The house sold in November 2022. I took my $30,000, started collection proceedings on the judgment. Jennifer had to get a full-time job, had to sell her car and get something older, had to move in with Patricia. That's when Patricia's health started declining. Stress, the doctors said. High blood pressure. Anxiety. She'd spent 30 years thinking her daughter would be taken care of, that I was the easy target, the quiet husband who'd never fight back. By spring 2023, Patricia needed help. Daily medications. Doctor appointments. Jennifer had to cut back her work hours to care for her. Money got tight. They tried to refinance Patricia's house to pull out cash. Bank said no. Too much debt. Patricia had been living on credit cards for years, supplemented by our equity loans. Jennifer called me in June. First time we'd spoken directly since the divorce. Asked if I'd forgive the judgment. Said her mother was sick. Said they needed help. I asked if she remembered my sister's birthday party. She hung up. Patricia died in August 2023. Heart attack. Quick. Jennifer called to tell me. I said I was sorry for her loss. Meant it. Death is still death. Patricia's estate was a mess. The house had a reverse mortgage Jennifer didn't know about. Credit card debt over $60,000. Medical bills. Funeral costs. When everything was settled, Jennifer inherited about $15,000 and her mother's jewelry. She still owes me that judgment. I get payments every month. Small amounts, but they come. She's working 2 jobs now. Living in a small apartment. Alone. I live near Clara now. Moved out here a year ago. My rental properties cover my expenses. I see my sister every week. We have coffee. Talk about normal things. She never brings up the divorce unless I do. Sometimes people ask if I feel bad about what happened to Jennifer and Patricia. The honest answer is no. I gave 30 years. Worked hard. Paid for everything they asked. Got insulted and dismissed and humiliated for it. They made their choices at that party. Thought public shame would break me. Thought I had no options. They were wrong. I signed those papers in 20 seconds because I knew exactly what I was doing. Because I'd prepared. Because I documented everything. Because I understood that quiet doesn't mean weak. Jennifer destroyed our marriage slowly, over years. I just ended it quickly. And when someone hands you the weapon they think will hurt you, sometimes the smartest thing you can do is use it exactly as they intended. Just not with the result they expected. That's my story. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life stories. Drop a comment and let us know what you think. Should Andrew have handled things differently? Or did he do the right thing? We read every comment and love hearing your perspective. Thanks for being part of the True Experience community.